Hi everyone, I'm Chatty England and I'm here today to tell you why choosing to carry a pregnancy to term is the best decision you can make, not just for the baby, but for yourself. At the age of 17, I was a senior in high school. I had the world at my feet. I had a dad who had spent my entire life teaching me right from wrong and raising me to be the best person I could be, and I strived every day to be a better person. I had a boyfriend of over a year, and I decided to make a very grown up decision and decided to sleep with him. Where I found myself the third month of my senior year of high school, was 17 years old and pregnant. I had no idea what to do, what to say, how to act, but I knew in the instant that I saw the positive sign on the test that I was going to choose life. Choosing life is the first and most important decision you can make the minute you find out you're pregnant. I know that as a teenager, being pregnant wasn't ideal, smart, exciting, or easy, but ending up pregnant was a direct result of a decision that I have made. If you're grown up enough to make the decision to have sex, you need to be prepared and know the consequences of your actions. When I say consequence, I don't mean my child was a consequence, because she and her siblings are the best things to ever happen to me. But I say consequence because as a teenager, you don't expect to have a baby. But when having unprotected sex, you are opening yourself up to that possibility. And even though you're thinking it won't happen to me, it is a very real possibility. Having a child, even at the age of 17, was the best thing I have ever done. Having that baby handed to me, knowing that she was mine and that I was hers, was the most overwhelming feeling of unconditional love I've ever experienced. Having a baby taught me love, happiness, joy, responsibility, heartbreak, fear, and countless other emotions. She made me grow up. She made me the person I am. She made me her mom. Have you ever been so happy, but so scared you thought your heart could explode out of your chest? That's what I experienced the second I laid my eyes on my 7-pound, 21-inch baby girl, and then an overwhelming calm. Knowing that I would forever love her and do anything to keep her happy and safe made the scared feeling turn into unconditional and indisputable love. When you have a baby, ideally, you're grown, married, you own a home, have a career, the whole 9 yards. Everything would be perfect, but the world isn't ideal, and that's not always what happens. And when you're faced with a choice, such as choosing life for your child you created or having an abortion, and your life isn't perfect, it can make you question everything you ever thought your life would be. I'm here to tell you, choosing life was not easy. But the second that I knew that little life was inside me, I knew she didn't ask to be created or given to me. She was made as a direct result of a decision I made. And seeing her little face, I knew in that moment that I made the right decision. When I made the decision to become a mother and keep my baby, I made the most mature and grown up decision I've ever made in my life. My daughter taught me responsibility, and she taught me that before she even came into this world. When I found out I was pregnant, I got a second job. I worked twice as hard at school, and I started taking prenatal vitamins and watching everything I was putting into my body. I was no longer just responsible for myself. I was responsible for a little life who would depend on me for everything. And I wanted to make her proud. I wanted to make sure she knew how much I loved her and that I would do anything and everything for her. I didn't do any of these things for show or to make myself feel better about my situation. I did it because my daughter was the single most important thing to me. Being responsible for her made me more accountable to myself. Becoming her mom, I became me. It made me the person that I am. My daughter showed me the type of person I wanted to be. I wanted to be brave, loving, hardworking, and motivated. I wanted to be known as the woman who chose life for her child. I wanted to know myself as the mother who chose to love the unborn child growing inside of her. So that's who I became. And that's what choosing life did for me. It made me me. I know that this is a tough topic, and I am in no means condoning teenage pregnancy. I am merely telling my story. I am showing that if I, at 17 years old, can make the adult decision to choose life, then anyone can. Learning unconditional love, becoming responsible, and becoming me are just 3 of the things that choosing life did for me. There is so much more that comes along with being a parent that I can't even put into words. I just know that it is honestly the best thing I have ever done in my life. Choosing to bring the life I created into this world was the most important and the hardest decision I have ever made. And being a young pregnant girl was absolutely and completely terrifying, but it also made me the person I am. It made me a mother. Thank you.